Hello, folks. Here for another episode. Did the Ottawa convoy fail? Absolutely not. And here's the context that we need to keep in mind is a war is made of many battles. So a lot of people think, oh, well, they got kicked out of Ottawa, we lost. Well, that's not really how this thing works, right? We've been in a spiritual war, propaganda war for a long time. And so here's how you know that we won is, for one, we got most of the people on our side. For two, the government reneged on all their, their restrictions and stuff, right? For three, the media shifted gears. Now all of a sudden it was all about Ukraine and Russia. And now we have another boogeyman. And, that exposes another, deep state asset. I'm not going to pretend to know what's going on in Ukraine, but clearly there's some bad stuff. I think we can agree on that. People woke up, like I had my mom talking to like her colleagues and her coworkers and people, and they were all saying upset that their bank accounts were frozen. They were all talking about how pissed they were, and I can't believe the government just broke the law and they beat up that woman and the horse like people who didn't give a shit before or who cared but weren't, that active, now all of a sudden were active. They were going to rallies locally. They were driving to Ottawa, random people. Like, I was there the first couple of days that Ottawa happened. There were like 2 million people in Ottawa. Even if that number was exaggerated, like, wow, it was big. I've never been to anything that big and that extreme. And I was also wearing 4 layers of clothes. Let's keep in mind, it was cold as shit. Like, it was really cold for that many people to show up. And that was before the people from the East Coast and the West Coast showed up. That was just the people from Ontario and Quebec. It was insane. So many people are awake. Don't fear. We inspired others to take up the flags. The Americans did their own thing, and, that was something. Americans are pretty freedom-minded. Cool to see. But then the Europeans, like the Dutch, are going crazy right now. Like, they're setting things on fire. They're closing down highways, because the government's basically trying to take all their farmland and cause food insecurity. And more on that in a minute. But, like, they're really doing some incredible stuff over there. Like, they stole the Prime Minister's jet, apparently, which is pretty cool. So, and the biggest indicator that we're doing something right is, let's go back to this pyramid here. Look at the top 3 parts. Nobody trusts the banks anymore. People are still digging into the central bank thing. It takes a while to get. That's fine. But what are they using against us? Oil and food. They're trying to convince you that there's food scarcity, and they're trying to, jack up the price of oil, convince you that's scarce, and using the last pieces of the pyramid against the people. So the pyramid is collapsing, guys. No fear. We're getting very close to the top, and we're winning. If things were hopeless, there would be no need for their propaganda. So they're trying to demoralize you. They're trying to make you think you've lost. You haven't. Let's keep fighting, guys. So Ottawa was a huge, huge success, huge win, huge battle. And as always, we'll finish off by saying generosity creates abundance. So I'm being generous, spending time making these videos. I don't ask for payment, but if you find this video valuable, the one payment I ask is share it with one other person who would also find it valuable. Thanks, guys. Talk to you tomorrow.